Well, we all know Gennady Golovkin is fighting, what's his name? David Lemieux from Canada. It's his first real legitimate, like, fight. So it's on pay-per-view, so we're going to see what Gennady Golovkin's pay-per-view numbers look like. We're going to see how many journalists run with his numbers. We're going to see if they call them low pay-per-view numbers when they come out. We want to see that. I'm not wishing that it's a low pay-per-view number fight, but people got mad when I said this isn't a pay-per-view fight. It really isn't. This is a HBO fight. But the reason why it's a pay-per-view fight is because Golden Boy Promotions need money. They're not making any money. So they got to start making some money. And HBO is like, we need pay-per-views because we got to pay Gennady Golovkin because we signed him for this contract. And Abel Sanchez, what is he even there for? He just found himself a mule because I can't see anything Gennady Golovkin has learned that, really that translate over like, oh, okay, Abel's teaching him something. He's basically doing the same thing that he was doing when he was in the amateurs. He still defensively is a liability. He just negates anything. So no, let me take this back. We don't know. Maybe he's ignoring it and he's just getting by on his power. Abel be like, I might have told him something, but does Abel speak Russian or whatever language they speak in Kazakhstan? Because I'm like, he don't even understand them. So maybe he don't even hear them. We know his English isn't that great, and I'm not making fun of him because it's his second or maybe his third. He probably speaks 4 different languages. And English might be the last one he learned. English is one of the hardest languages to learn, so I'm not making fun of him. But maybe he sometimes just don't understand what's happening with when people are giving him the instructions. He needs a translator sometimes. But it can cost him in a championship fight where he really needs some direction and change, and he's not really understanding what Abel Sanchez is trying to tell him. Because he don't even understand what Max Kellerman's saying with the translator telling him what he's saying in his ear. Well, Max, as you know, he a good boy. I try to throw the punches in the face, and I drop him. But he's a good boy. He's a good boy, and he will get better. As you know, Max. So, I just want to see, when this whole fight takes place, how many people who talking about the Mayweather pay-per-view numbers being a failure, how is it a failure when somebody makes over $50 million, a pay-per-view earns more than $50 million? It's low numbers for Mayweather. It's his lowest ever. He's fighting Andre Berto. Andre Berto. What you thought he was going to do? 1 million homes? They were hoping for 600 to 700 pay-per-view buys. That was the estimation Showtime was looking for. Showtime didn't spend dramatically a lot of money on promotion for this fight. So they didn't spend a lot of money. They just earned a lot of money. But I want to see what the Gennady Golovkin, David Lemieux numbers do on pay-per-view. They're going to, HBO's going to try to find a way to inflate the numbers. But I just want to see them dance around and try to do what they can to try to promote this fight. Because they don't care about the Gennady Golovkin, David Lemieux fight. Their big money is in Cotto and Canelo. Which Canelo, on his own pay-per-view wise, against Eris Landry Lara, who's more known or a better fighter than Andre Berto, Canelo, what was their pay-per-view numbers? When he fought Lara. Why do I bring it up? What was Cotto's pay-per-view number against Sergio Martinez, the middleweight champion of the world? But they fighting against each other. Nobody's bringing those numbers up. But they're fighting against each other. Floyd Mayweather has beat both of those guys. But I don't see y'all getting on them. I don't see y'all talking about Cotto. I don't see y'all talking about Canelo. Y'all praise him. So if y'all gonna praise them, why you gonna bash the guy that beat both of them? You see, that's what I have a problem with, the hypocrisy of it. Now Golovkin's the man to beat. Nobody out there should be talking about anybody. That's why I disqualify you from conversation when you mention Floyd Mayweather fighting Gennady Golovkin. Then I don't know if it was ESPN or what show that was that had the big fat black guy in there talking about, well, Gennady Golovkin is the fight the people want to see. You don't even know who the hell Gennady Golovkin is. Shoot, all you know is how to get to the donut shop. You make a left on Florence, and you make a... I'm like, and then they used him to do it. I've never seen that fat black guy interview nobody in my life. I'm like, where did they find this guy at? They found him in the back. Do you know who Floyd Mayweather is? Yeah! You want to do the interview? Yeah! You want some donuts? Yeah! Nobody even know who that dude was. I'm watching that interview. I'm like, where did they find these jokers? And of course, HBO has a deal with ESPN. So, of course, they're going to be biased. I expect it from them. Because they're mad they missed out on a lot of money they could have made with Floyd Mayweather. The Mayweather-Canelo fight, they missed out on all that money and all. They hated that. Because they built all those fighters up on their network, and then Showtime reaped in all the money. All the benefits. So now, CBS is laughing in their face. And now, Showtime is going to have access to Mayweather whenever they need to. He'll be at the fight promoting, watching all his other fighters groom and come up. And none of them are going to HBO. And then everybody's, well, HBO going to have, well, let's see what they going to have. All they going to have is people names you can't pronounce. Froskin is looking to move up the charts. And Silver Loferloff will be fighting our very own Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto gonna be 65 years old. You see, Rocky. They got Rocky Balboa. Who they get? HBO to do it. The HBO love relics. It's all about a name. And Balboa doesn't look like he's lost a step. Sloverloff, who was known in his country, Pennsylvania. He's a devastating force in the boxing world. Light years above anything Floyd Mayweather has done for 19 years. What do you say, Max? Oh, man. I swear. The internet has screwed y'all up, man. I mean, really. If any one of y'all are really, truly boxing fans, I think it's about maybe 5% of boxing fans on the internet. Really. I think it's less than about 5% that are on, like, boxing network sites. They don't respect it. It's too much garbage going on. Nobody's giving up anything real anymore. That's why it makes it so easy for me to do what I do. And mainly because y'all don't want it. It's all about, we got to get a headline. We got to do this right now. It's got to look like this, and that's that. And the video, it doesn't materialize or hold any weight. And I've seen these people get 30,000 views, 52,000 hits. Some video even got 100,000 views. And I'm like, it's a video of absolutely nothing important. You don't learn anything. You don't know anything. I can see you have a video or two where you're just having fun with the people. But nobody really talks to you guys anymore. You know, I have fun with you guys, but I tell you also what you need to do. What you need to look out for. Of course, I know everything about the hip-hop business and the hip-hop world. You should see the type of mail I get. I got mail from that industry that if I was sitting here making up a bunch of lies, nobody would even care. Some of these videos have like 2,000, 3,000 views. Those 2,000, 3,000 views have affected so many people as far as, hey man, who told you that? Y'all don't even know that one of the people I talked about in the video going up against one of the richest rappers in the game. And the representative, the agent of that person, wanted to have a conversation with me. And we still never got in contact with each other. Like, I didn't hear anything back from them, and maybe they did send something. I just went and probably skipped it out of my mailing thing. But they loved everything I said in the video. Because they were a smaller person being outshadowed and outmuscled and outmaneuvered by the big megastar rapper. And the megastar rapper was raining down on them even after their situation had cooled down. Still, things were being done behind the scenes. And when I made a video about it, it just was like, thank you. So that is one of the reasons why I do it. Is I give people the voice and the public to hear the truth. For the first time, you get to hear stuff that probably nobody in the world would hear. But you hear it now. But the powers that be that done these moves don't want you to hear them. So they're going to do everything in their power to try to find every legal way to tear me down or tear down the credibility of what I do. But all you do is make me more popular. And it makes it more of a mistake on your end. Well, as you guys have probably seen the corrupt situation, he went out there and blasted me on his Instagram, but he posted my video. He didn't have to do that. So I say thank you, Corrupt, because I got the message that you were really trying to send. He was trying to send a message saying, hey, I don't like this video, don't listen to this guy, but listen to it, keep my name out there, it can go floating around, I don't mind. But it don't bother me. I just say thank you and I keep moving forward. That's all we do. We've had some other people that came around and gave us some good complaints. We've gotten a couple of death threats from fans. We've gotten a couple of, and that's dumb. Don't send death threats. I mean, please. Or saying something's going to happen to you when you go to your mailbox. These people have your IP addresses. They can find you easy. I don't care if you, unless you are the technology wizard of 3,000, they can find you at ease. Don't think because you masked and went through another channel that they can't find you. They will find you. So sending death threats is like, that's what women do, stuff like that. That's not manly. So it's unnecessary. This is all done the right way. So on that note, enjoy the videos, and I'll see you back when we get the Gennady Golovkin and David Lemieux numbers. Whenever that fight is happening. What's happening with that fight? Is it coming out? I don't know. HBO's doing such a marvelous job with boxing right now. When's the last time they had a show on there? I don't know. When's the last HBO boxing show we had? I can't remember. Can you?